Welcome. Today we will learn about operator overloading in C++. Operator overloading is a powerful feature of C++ by which we can use default operator such as plus, minus, multiplication, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to for our abstract data types. For example, for classes and structures. So let's start by creating a new project using dev C++. As we have multiple time discussed, we have to create new project using the file option. Just click on file option, select here project. From here we have to select console application, C++ project name, and finally we have to click on OK. Default project structure will be written in dev C++. We are writing here name operator overloading in C++. Default program structure is directory is available here. We can see the program default lines that are provided by the div C++ are written here. We have to just write down. Okay, cancel this rotation using name space std. Here for operator overloading demonstration we are going to create a class, and we have already created in previous lecture classes such as animal, dog, duck, pig, etc. We are now creating some kind of realistic demonstration class that is called box. We are defining its private data members such as height. For example, we can say int h or int w, width. These are the two private data members of the class box. Just like this, we are going to define public method for the box class. We are first going to declare a function that is called get input to get input these values from the user. Cout enter height and cin height. Okay, similarly cout enter width. Here we will get width using the cin console object. Here is a spell mistake. Okay, now we are going to write down the operator overloading method. We will see here in detail what is the syntax for writing the operator overloading method in class. We are going to declare operator overloading method operator. We have to use the operator keyword as return type. If we are going to do any binary operation, then we must have to specify the return type as the class name, because we have to return the object from the same class operator. Then we will have to write the operator symbol to which we are going to overload, and at last we have to provide the parameter of the second operand of the same class. We are going here param box class. It may be any other descriptive name. I have just wrote for parameter as param from the box class as b. Okay, in definition we have to create a temporary object from the same class. We are going to add the values of the two objects from the box class. We are going here temp.height is equal to height plus param b dot height, and similarly temp dot width is equal to width plus param b dot width, and finally we have to return temp object. Okay, now at that point I have to clear the entire concept of overloading, operator overloading. From that point we have to clear the concept of operator overloading. Let me explain the entire line of codes. Here is the complete method for operator overloading implementation. This one is the return type that will be the same as the class for which we are going to overload the operator. This is the keyword that will told the compiler that this function is not named as the function by default identifier name. This is operator overloading function, and this symbol is that is going to overload, and finally we have to provide the parameter of the same class. Here at that point these lines are also required to explain. Here we have used the height method that will automatically call the operand, first operand property from the operator overloading, and this one is the second that will be provided as the second operand, and similarly this is the first operand and this is the second operand property. First operand property will automatically pick the calling of the same method from the base class. Okay, now I am going to write down the ordinary function for displaying the values of the class attributes. Height is equal to and cout width is equal to, here is handle goes. Okay, now what we will have to do, we will have to create the objects from these classes. We have to create box A, B, C or any other identifier name that will be the value for the C++. We are going to A dot get input for getting input from the first object, B dot get input, calling method from the B object, and finally we are going to perform the practical for the operator overloading A plus B. C is going to A plus B, and C dot going to display the message of values of the third object. Okay, save this file. Before compilation we will call operator overloading. I think operator overloading, it's fine. Okay, go to compiling the code. We can see here, first of all it is requiring to input the height of first object. Let's suppose this is 2, this is 2, width and height is equal, and the enter height for second object, this is 3 and this is 3. Oh well, fine. We can notice here that the addition is performed successfully. We can perform similar in the same way different operators other than the plus. We have to demonstrate here. If we want to overload the subtract operator, just we have to use the minus symbol. Entire code or policies will be the same. Okay, let's compile it and check it what is going on here. Oh, well done. This is generating the error that plus cannot be used for the object of classes from the box class. Okay, because there is no overridden method is now available for the box class for minus sign. We have to change it as, now it will not generate any kind of error. Okay, I have to put 10 height and width and 4 height and width, and this is going to again add up the height and width because we just changed the operator that is not identified by the compiler generating the compile time error, but we did not change any type of change in its definition. We have to just also change the definition of the code. Now again we are going to 12 and 8 and 8. The resultant box will contain the subtraction of these two boxes, that is alternatively 4 and 4. Height and width are equal, 12 and 8 minus, that will result in 4. Some operators in C language cannot be overloaded, that is called scope resolution operator, and member selection, that is used here as the dot operator, and third one is member selection through, that is dot and steric, and the last one is ternary operator that cannot be overloaded. These operators cannot be overloaded. And here I have to told you one more thing, that equal is equal and address operator is already overloaded in C, and vice versa. C++ we does not need to write down overloaded method for ampersand and equal. We just have to use this symbol for using the operator assignment and operator address operator. Okay, this is the simple and clear example that demonstrate the entire logic, entire methodology of the operator overloading. In similar concept, we can overload unary operators. This is the method we have discussed in this session for overloading the binary operators. So keep in touch. Next we will discuss the different algorithms for the templating of the C++. Thank you.